Imagine a world where dinosaurs never truly went extinct, where a colossal, prehistoric predator roams the vast outback of Australia. This isn't a scene from a sci-fi movie. It's the chilling possibility that a dinosaur-like creature called the Burrunjor may still be alive today. Multiple eyewitness accounts describe a massive, bipedal beast stirring up intense debates among scientists and cryptozoologists. Could it be that this legendary creature is a living dinosaur, defying our understanding of extinction? We're going to delve into the local folklore and investigate the tantalizing possibility that the age of dinosaurs might not be as distant as we think. Hang on to your ass. This is going to be a fucking wild one. Welcome to my deep dive into one of the most captivating mysteries in cryptozoology, the Burrunjor. Nestled in the rugged expanse of Australia's outback, this elusive motherfucker has sparked the curiosity of locals and researchers alike. Described as a T-Rex-looking critter, the Burrunjor is an incredible enigma that bridges the gap between prehistoric and the present day. The Burrunjor is not merely a product of wild bullshit tales or overactive imaginations. Its existence holds a significant place in the study of cryptozoology, a field dedicated to investigating animals whose existence is not yet proven by conventional science. The Burrunjor's description is strikingly specific and consistent. A massive 20 to 25 feet tall bipedal reptile-like predator with a huge mouth and short arms with claws reminiscent of the formidable three-toed theropods that once dominated the Earth millions of years ago. The possibility that a creature similar to dinosaurs survived into modern times challenges our understanding of extinction and evolution. It beckons us to reconsider what we think we know about these big creatures and to fearlessly explore the hidden corners of our world with no fucks given. The Burrunjor's significance extends beyond its cryptozoological intrigue. It stirs a profound sense of wonder about the prehistoric past. Dinosaurs have long captivated human imagination, representing a bygone era when colossal reptiles ruled the planet. The idea that such creatures might still exist today, lurking in the vast, remote areas of Australia, is both thrilling and unnerving. It evokes a primal fascination with the ancient world, drawing us into where history and mystery intertwine. As we embark on this journey to uncover the truth about the Burrunjor, I invite you to bravely open your mind to the extraordinary. The creature's story is one of curiosity, exploration, and the enduring human desire to uncover the shit shows of our planet. Whether the Burrunjor is a living dinosaur or a creature yet to be classified, its legend fuels a quest for knowledge that transcends time. The Burrunjor, a name that evokes curiosity and a sense of mystery, has its roots deeply embedded in the lore of Australia. This dinosaur-like fucker has woven itself into the cultural and historical narrative of the country over centuries, sparking fascination among both locals and researchers. The story of the Burrunjor begins with the rich oral traditions of the indigenous Australians. Long before European settlers arrived, Aboriginal tribes across northern Australia shared tales of a fearsome bipedal creature that roamed the land. Known by various names, depending on the region and the language group, these creatures were often described in terms that closely resemble what we now understand as theropod dinosaurs. Large, carnivorous, and fucking scary as hell. These stories were passed down through generations, serving as both cautionary tales and cultural heritage deeply entwined with the tribe's understanding of the natural world and its many mysteries. In the Arnhem Land and the Kakadu regions, where rock art and cave paintings are plentiful, there are ancient depictions of large, reptilian creatures that have intrigued anthropologists and cryptozoologists alike. These images, estimated to be thousands of years old, show creatures with pronounced bird-like legs and massive jaws filled with sharp teeth. While some suggest these could be artistic representations of known animals or mythological beings, other folks say it's something far more startling. These are the earliest recorded depictions of the Burrunjor. The early European settlers and explorers who ventured into Australia's vast and often unforgiving wilderness also recorded encounters with mysterious creatures that defied explanation. In the 19th century, as Australia's interior was gradually mapped and explored, journals and reports began to surface mentioning large, unidentified animals. These early accounts, while often dismissed by skeptics, began to paint a picture of a creature that was both elusive and downright dangerous. The lore of the Burrunjor was also deeply entwined with the landscape of northern Australia. The region's vast, uninhabited expanses of bushland, dense forests, and rugged terrain provide the perfect fucking backdrop for a creature that exists on the fringes of human awareness. Stories from indigenous communities suggest that the Burrunjor is not just a relic of the past, but a living entity that has adapted and survived in these remote areas, avoiding human contact and remaining hidden from modern science. With the massive amount of wild game in the area, like camels and kangaroos, it's not only possible for it to survive, it's very likely. The early 20th century saw the legend of the Burrunjor gaining a foothold in the wider Australian consciousness. The indigenous lore and early settler accounts converge on one intriguing point. The Burrunjor, whether seen as a myth, a misunderstood natural phenomenon, or a genuine cryptid, represents a profound connection between Australia's ancient past and its untamed present. The stories, passed down through generations and shared across cultures, speak to a deep-seated human fascination with the unknown and the possibility that remnants of our planet's prehistoric era more than likely still walk among us. Australia's outback is a place of vast, uncharted territories, where the natural world remains largely untamed and unexplored. This environment provides a fertile ground for the persistence of such legends. If a dinosaur was to survive extinction and stay hidden from human eyes, the Australian outback would be the perfect fucking place to do it. The indigenous Australian stories, combined with early settler accounts, form a rich tapestry of lore that has captivated imaginations for generations. This cultural heritage underscores the Burrunjor's significance beyond mere curiosity. It represents a link to the ancient past and a reminder of the mysteries that the natural world still holds. While the legend of the Burrunjor is steeped in folklore, there have been several noteworthy sightings and encounters that have added a layer of intrigue and, for some, a sense of legitimacy to the existence of this elusive cryptid. I'm going to tell you some of the most trip-the-fuck-out sightings of the Burrunjor, each one adding to the shitload of evidence surrounding this mysterious creature. One of the earliest documented sightings of the Burrunjor comes from the early 1950s. In this period, a number of reports emerged from cattle ranchers in northern Australia, particularly in the Northern Territory. Ranchers reported losing livestock to an unknown predator, describing it as a large bipedal creature with a terrifying roar. In 1957, almost 50 cattle seemed startled and started running towards a nearby river. Ranchers heard loud grunting noises behind them as they bailed the fuck out. Some of the witnesses reported seeing the silhouette of a giant monster running away toward the scrubland. The following morning, the ranchers discovered the mutilated bodies of several cattle, some of them half-eaten, and large bones broken and scattered around on the ground. While scouting for the culprit, a rancher found large, three-toed footprints near a mutilated carcass of one of his cattle. The footprints measured 15 inches in length, far larger than any known predator in the region. In 1961, the Edgar family, who were cattle ranchers in the Arnhem Land, reported a harrowing encounter with a massive unknown creature. While mustering cattle, they observed a large bipedal animal stalking the herd. The creature stood over 12 feet tall, with a long tail and a head reminiscent of a reptile. John Edgar, the head of the household, managed to snap a picture of the fucker from a distance, but the quality of the image sucked due to the potato camera he was using and the distance involved. Despite this, the sighting was taken seriously by local authorities, who launched an investigation but were unable to find any further evidence beyond the family's account and the unclear photograph. The 1970s saw a surge in reported sightings of the Burrunjor, particularly in the Cape York Peninsula. One of the most significant reports came from a group of campers in 1972 who saw a large, dinosaur-like creature while exploring a remote part of the peninsula. The campers described the creature as being over 16 feet in length, with a powerful build and a lizard-like appearance. They reported hearing deep, guttural growls and seeing trees and vegetation disturbed by the creature's movements. Despite their detailed descriptions, no physical evidence was collected from this encounter. You know they were sitting in their tents just fucking bricking it. One of the most detailed and credible sightings came in 1978 from a bush pilot named Kevin MacLeod. While flying over the Northern Territory, MacLeod spotted a large bipedal creature moving through a clearing. He described it as having a thick, muscular build with a long tail and a head that resembled that of a Tyrannosaurus rex. MacLeod's report included detailed sketches and descriptions, and he even managed to capture some aerial photographs. Although the photographs were not clear enough to provide definitive proof, MacLeod's reputation as a reliable and experienced pilot lent significant weight to his account. Sightings of the Burrunjor continued into the 1980s and beyond, with varying degrees of detail and credibility. In 1985, a group of hikers in the Kakadu National Park reported seeing a large reptilian creature near a riverbank. They described the creature as being similar in appearance to a theropod dinosaur with a long tail and powerful hind limbs. The hikers managed to take several photographs, but once again, the quality was insufficient to provide conclusive evidence. You can't take a picture of it while you're running, dude. In 1995, a well-known herpetologist, Dr. John Norman, reported encountering a large bipedal creature while conducting field research in the Northern Territory. Dr. Norman's detailed account included descriptions of the creature's movements, physical characteristics, and behavior. He described it as being unlike any known animal he had ever studied, suggesting that it might be a remnant population of a prehistoric species. Despite his expertise and credibility, Dr. Norman was unable to provide photographic evidence or physical samples to support his claims. However, being a specialist in reptiles and amphibians, this gives his sighting a shitload of cred. Most recently, in 2014, Arthur Simpson had just bought a farm and moved his family out of the suburbs. He was out looking for a sheep that had escaped and came across what he described as a T-Rex wading in a creek. He watched it drink for about a minute until the creature started sniffing about in his direction and grunting like it was getting pissed. Arthur ran like hell immediately, fearing that it had noticed him and was going to fuck him up. It freaked him out so badly, he sold the farm, packed up his family, and returned to the suburbs he had been so excited to get the fuck out of just a few months before. His wife was extremely confused and pissed about the whole situation, and eventually threatened to leave him and take their children if he didn't explain what the hell was going on. Finally, he told her what he saw and that it had terrified him, thinking what would happen if the creature came across his children, who loved wandering around their property, or his wife, who often went out on her own to do work in remote areas of the farm. His wife is part Aborigine, and instead of saying he was on drugs or lying or just fucking crazy like he expected, she was only mildly surprised. She told him that native Australians have known about them forever and see them more often than people would believe, but simply don't mention Burrunjors because white people call them crazy. She was more than shocked that one had come so close to their house, because they usually avoid humans whenever possible. They're still married and living in a suburban neighborhood to this day. He still refuses to go near the area of their former property. Something scared the shit out of Arthur so badly he dropped his lifelong dream, gave up thousands of dollars, and moved his family over 100 miles away to get away from it. While eyewitness accounts provide compelling narratives, physical evidence of the Burrunjor remains elusive. The footprints discovered over the years have been a primary source of intrigue. Plaster casts of three-toed prints found in various locations have been analyzed by experts, with some zoologists suggesting they could very well belong to a large, unknown species of reptile. Most importantly, they were determined not to be hoaxes. Additionally, hair samples and fecal matter attributed to the Burrunjor have been collected and analyzed. DNA analysis could not find any matches with any known species. The sightings and encounters with the Burrunjor, while varied in detail and credibility, contribute to a fascinating body of anecdotal evidence. Each account adds to the mystery and raises questions about the possibility of undiscovered species lurking in the vast, remote areas of Australia. The consistent themes in these sightings, large, bipedal, reptilian creatures, suggest that there could very well be more to the legend of the Burrunjor than mere folklore. The Burrunjor, like many cryptids, has attracted significant skepticism from the scientific community. Scientists often approach such claims with a critical eye, seeking physical evidence and plausible explanations within the known parameters of biology and ecology. Several skeptical explanations have been put forward to account for Burrunjor sightings. One of the primary skeptical explanations is the misidentification of known animals. Australia's outback is home to a variety of large reptiles, such as monitor lizards, which can grow to pretty fucking impressive sizes. The parenti, for example, can reach lengths of over 6 feet and could be mistaken for a small dinosaur-like creature, especially under poor visibility conditions or at a distance. Additionally, emus and kangaroos, when seen from certain angles or moving rapidly, might also contribute to mistaken reports of bipedal creatures. Hoaxes and exaggerations have historically played a significant role in the perpetuation of cryptid legends. Some skeptics argue that the Burrunjor sightings could be the result of deliberate hoaxes designed to attract attention or tourism to remote areas. Yeah, it's going to take a hell of a lot more than random Burrunjor sightings to spur tourism in that bumfucked area. Others suggest that eyewitnesses influenced by local folklore and personal experiences may unintentionally exaggerate their encounters, turning ordinary events into extraordinary tales. Psychological factors, including the power of suggestion, can shape people's perceptions. When individuals enter areas known for Burrunjor sightings, their expectations might lead them to interpret ambiguous stimuli, such as shadows, sounds, or movements, as evidence of the creature. Environmental factors, like the play of light and shadow in the dense bush or the distortion of animal calls, can also contribute to misinterpretations. The absence of definitive physical evidence is a major point of contention. Skeptics argue that if a large, dinosaur-like creature existed, there would be more substantial evidence, like bones, carcasses, or consistent and verifiable tracks. In contrast to skeptical viewpoints, believers in the Burrunjor often draw on a range of explanations, both natural and supernatural, to support the existence of this cryptid. These explanations go beyond the boundaries of conventional science, embracing the possibility of extraordinary phenomena. One of the most popular explanations is the notion that the Burrunjor is a living dinosaur, which is also my favorite. Proponents of this theory suggest that small populations of theropod dinosaurs, like Tyrannosaurus rex or its relatives, could have survived in isolated areas of Australia. They argue that the vast, unexplored regions of the outback could harbor such creatures, allowing them to remain undetected by modern science. Moreover, the location of Australia on the planet when the Ice Age hit would give dinosaurs the best chance of survival during a massive climate change. Some explanations venture into the realm of the supernatural. In several indigenous Australian traditions, the Burrunjor and similar creatures are sometimes seen as spiritual entities or guardians of the land. These beings are believed to exist in a realm that intersects with the physical world, making them visible only under certain conditions. This perspective suggests that the Burrunjor might not be a flesh and blood creature, but a manifestation of spiritual energy or ancestral spirits. Another explanation posits that the Burrunjor could be an interdimensional being. This theory suggests that the creature has the ability to move between different dimensions or realities, appearing in our world sporadically. This would account for the random nature of sightings and the lack of consistent physical evidence. Proponents of this theory draw parallels with other cryptids, such as Bigfoot, which are also said to have interdimensional capabilities. There's also the possibility that the Burrunjor is an unknown species of reptile or mammal that has yet to be classified by science. Given the remote and largely unexplored nature of Australia's outback, it's abso-fucking-lutely conceivable that there are species that have remained hidden from scientific observation. This explanation maintains a basis in biological reality while acknowledging the limitations of current scientific knowledge. This one's my second fave. The Burrunjor remains a subject of fascination and debate, with explanations ranging from the skeptical to the supernatural. Skeptics emphasize the need for concrete evidence and caution against the influence of folklore. In contrast, other folks explore the possibilities of living dinosaurs, spiritual entities, interdimensional beings, or an unidentified species. The diverse range of explanations highlights the complexity and enduring mystery of the Burrunjor, keeping the legend alive and compelling in the realms of both science and the unknown. The Burrunjor remains one of Australia's most compelling mysteries, blurring the lines between myth and reality. Rooted in indigenous folklore and bolstered by modern sightings, it captivates imaginations and challenges our understanding of the natural world. This enigmatic creature symbolizes the enduring human fascination with the unknown and the possibility that our world still holds secrets yet to be uncovered. From a scientific perspective, the Burrunjor serves as a reminder of the vastness and mystery of our planet. Despite centuries of exploration, regions like the remote landscapes of northern Australia remain largely uncharted. The possibility that an undiscovered species, perhaps even a relic from the prehistoric past, could inhabit these areas fuels ongoing research and expeditions. The continued interest in the Burrunjor speaks to the broader human desire for adventure and discovery. As technology advances and our ability to explore and document the natural world improves, so too does our potential to uncover new truths. The search for the Burrunjor embodies the spirit of what the fuck and the question for understanding. In the end, the Burrunjor is more than just a cryptid. It's a symbol of the mysteries that still lie hidden and the endless potential for discovery that drives us forward. The story of the Burrunjor continues to inspire and intrigue, a testament to the enduring magic of the unknown. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to tap that like button and subscribe. That way you won't miss out on more of my weird shit. On top of that, I really appreciate it. I've also got some pretty fucking kick-ass merch, personally designed by moi. The link's in the description. I've got Scarinator t-shirts and tanks, Stay Creepy mugs, t-shirts, stickers, or rubbers. Guess where my logo is? Just the tip. Until next time, y'all keep it real, keep it chill, and stay creepy! Catch you on the flip. Thank you for watching and listening until the very end. You kicked total ass.